Well, it's cooking time in the kitchen with the Big Cook ladies. Thanks for being with us again. Now, okay, this recipe, I happen to love Swiss cheese. I mean, I could put Swiss cheese on almost anything. And you say that the recipe we're doing today is one of your favorites.
Absolutely. It's one of many favorites.
It's delicious.
And it's called, just simply,
Swiss Chicken Casserole.
Swiss Chicken Casserole.
And this is a layered recipe where instead of putting it into a zipper bag, we actually make it in a 9x13 foil pan for baking.
And so if you have the room in your freezer, you can still freeze it.
Absolutely. You're going to go home. If there's 8 made, you'll go home with the group. You'll take 2 home of these each.
But you'll want to eat this one.
Yes.
This is a great one for company.
Okay.
This is so good.
And again, one of these will feed between
6 and 8 people. It's got about 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, so you've got all meat, no bones. So it goes a long way, and it is a great meal to serve to your family and to serve to guests.
It almost looks like it's a lasagna, the way you're putting the layers down.
Putting the sauce on first, and then we'll do some Swiss cheese and some stuffing mix.
Okay, so what is in the sauce that you're putting on?
We have, basically, it's just soup and spices.
Soup and spices?
Yes.
Mushroom soup?
Yep,
And
exactly.
spices, and everything's listed in the book, The Big Cook.
Absolutely.
And now the next layer goes on.
Exactly. And Swiss cheese, we have put in the book, you can use a mozzarella if you can't find Swiss or the cost is a little too pricey, but we found very reasonably priced Swiss cheese. And the Swiss cheese melts differently, and it definitely lends a different flavor to the recipe. It's so good.
Now, you don't need all of this Swiss cheese,
you know what?
We have a little left over.
It is so good. I do
It's
love
fun to
Swiss
cook,
cheese.
too. We have a lot of fun when we make these meals up together.
We've only made a few mistakes, and we say when you make a mistake by yourself, it's disastrous, but when you do it with friends, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because we have done we had curry chicken one time without the curry. We all got it home and made it and said,
Just call it
this
chicken.
seems to be missing something really important.
We forgot the curry. Now, I know you guys you were telling me, Deanna, that you have come up with a foolproof way to chop onions, because in all of this cooking, you do chop a lot of onions, and you know what? It can be kind of a teary moment chopping onions.
You do. And actually, we have tried everything. We've had people email us, and what works really great is I have a snorkel mask. So I stand in my kitchen with my snorkel mask on, and I cut onions, and it works great.
And she still looks beautiful.
You know what? I would hate to think of the comments I would get from my 2 teenage sons if they came home and I was standing in the kitchen with a snorkel mask chopping onions.
They don't dare comment, or it'll be their job.
Oh, that's right, because you're making food they love. So
They do. They did. Last time Deanna and I were doing something, and I was wearing the goggles, and they walked in, and her sons and his friends, and they said, what are you wearing?
But it works. And
it
that's the
works, and so
important
you
thing.
can get through chopping up those onions without crying or hurting your eyes. Okay, so the next layer is going on.
This is the stuffing layer.
mix.
I should mention, too, my son is going to university. He's graduating high school this year, and he's convinced that I am sending him to university with a small freezer filled with meals. I'm a little worried I'm going to feed the whole dorm, but I'm going to do it because I want him to eat well.
You will be the favorite mom in the dorm,
I'm sure
actually.
I'll have lots of friends there.
Yeah,
so,
they'll all look for the packages from you.
And we're always looking for ways to bless others with the meals. We always are.
And that really is the bottom line here, because obviously no family could eat all of, or would want to eat all of the same dish.
Right.
But if you get together with friends, maybe a church group, neighborhood friends.
And look for needs. I mean, you in your own neighborhood and church and your own circle of friends, you're going to see some needs out there. And when you've got 40 meals in your freezer, when you hear of a need, it's so easy to pull something out and bless them with a meal.
And so then after these layers are done, what do you do?
Bake it in the oven, about 350 for an hour. And each recipe will have a place where you can see exactly how to cook it, because it might be slow cooker, it might be crock pot.
Let me hold that
and
up
you
so we
can
can
just
have a look.
say, Swiss chicken, okay, yeah, I put this in the oven at 350 for about an hour, and it's going to be done. And it is delicious. This is such a great recipe.
And as with all of your recipes, you have the ingredients laid out so that you can make one meal that feeds 6 to 8 or 4 to 6.
4 to 6 people.
4 meals that multiply that out, 8 meals, 6 meals.
And we encourage people, never make just one meal of something, or tomorrow you're stuck again. So if you are going to make a meal, make 4 of them, eat 1, freeze 3.
Because in this short time we've been here, how many meals have you prepared?
This has been 8 meals right here.
8
In
meals.
under, well, probably about 5 minutes.
In less than 5 minutes, you've made 8 meals, and now they just need to be baked, which is really the easiest part of the whole thing.
And we will put them in the freezer, freeze them just like this. And we're going to pull them out the day we're going to eat them and actually cook them that day. So we
Okay.
won't cook them today.
We'll just cover these with tin foil and put them in a freezer bag.
And so you take
then
them out the morning of,
Yeah, or
put
the
them
day before.
or the day
Or
before,
the
put them
day
in the
before.
fridge so they thaw slowly, then get home from work and bake them.
Yep, no work
One
when you get
thing
home
we
from
didn't
work.
talk about that's in the book that I saw when you were flipping through is at the back of the book we have all of the nutrition facts. So anyone who is diabetic or people who are counting calories with Weight Watchers can find their grams of fat, protein, and carbs, and they can do their point conversions for Weight Watchers, and for people with diabetes they can calculate their carbs and protein. It's great for people with celiac disease or if you have a milk allergy. You can also adapt the recipes, so it's got quite a few things that will help people out.
This is an excellent resource for us to have in our homes. And ladies, thank you.